All right, welcome everybody to another race here. I've informed the runners to go ahead and ready up, and we're going to be off here. And yeah, should be ready now. Yeah, welcome to another race in the Super Mario Brothers 3 tournament from Warpless tournament from 2024. I almost said randomizer. That one is going on as well, but we're not doing randomizer today. We're doing Warpless. We're doing some other types of gambling, and we got a banger race today, guys. If you are looking for some great action, you're gonna see it right here, right now, today. These runners are both 3-0, so a lot of stakes here up for grabs. Moving to 4-0, the biggest. So should be getting started in about 3 seconds here. Looks like based on the delay. So yeah, here we go. So Mondii and jtknott. We're gonna see some pipe rubs. No pipe rubs. Turnbacks. No pipe rubs. Neither of these runners wanting to sacrifice, you know, a couple tenths of a second there. I mean, it's fair if it works, right? It's fair if it works. So good 1-1s coming out for both. We'll see what the bros do. Does it allow us to keep the sync? It does. Movement of 1. Into 1-2, are we going to see early P speed? Both having a good build here, and they're both going to get it. Very nice. Mondii doing an extra little jump off the... Ooh, a little bit of a miscue there at the end, running off the block, but does recover. So JT going to take about a second lead here going into the fortress. Does get a movement of 2. Both get a movement of 2 there. And we'll see what the Fortress has for us, both getting P-Speed here. And JT choosing to hop over the waffle. Controversial decision there, but is it controversial if it works out? Probably not. So, yeah, going for it all here. Gonna extend that lead a bit here with the more aggressive strats. Does get the bro to come over 1-5 as well. This is pretty good RNG as well for JT, so potentially going to see a sub 330 based on what's happened so far on JT's side. He can hold it together here. Meanwhile, Mondii cleaning up 1-5 there, no problem. JT keeping the P-speed through the whole level, is going for the tunnel and gets it. We're definitely seeing a sub 330 here, guys. Unless there's a belly flopper going to happen in the next stage, which, you know... And yeah, it's pretty good here, so I don't really see it happening, but that would be the really the only thing that's going to stop him here outside of, I guess, maybe not being ready for the boss pattern. So yeah, kind of a rare occurrence. I think he decided to go for everything here once he saw that bro move over 1-5. Alright, JT already in the castle there. And Mondii joining him shortly thereafter. Neither runner getting a Firefly, but both getting the jump, and the first frame jump as well. So yeah, both going to pick up fire here on the airship. JT's pattern's going to be a bit different than Mondii's because he did have to move to the castle from 1-6 versus... Mondii moving from that bro fight. But we should be seeing a sub 330 coming out from JT if he can hold it together for the boss fight, which, you know, we probably haven't seen too many of those in the tournament, if at all, because it's very RNG dependent. See what he can do with the fight. Gets a good pattern there. A beautiful fight coming out from JT. And it's a 329, a low one at that. And Mondii is out at a 333, so by nature of RNG and aggressive strats and you know, a little bit better execution as well, JT opened up with a 4-second lead here out of World 1. But it's only World 1. It's only 3.5 minutes of our, you know, 50+ minute race here. So if you do the math, it's not a whole lot, right? Somewhere between 5 and 10% of the race there. So we got a lot to go here. JT also taken out, as well as Mondii taking out all of the micro Goombas there, which does reduce some lag, so saving some additional frames there. Looks like JT accidentally restarted his timer, but they should be synced, more or less. Oh, it must have, okay. He could have, okay, I see they cropped maybe the wrong timer there. Not a big deal, that can get fixed, but the time is pretty accurate on Mondi's side, if you want to know. They should be synced up. But yeah, both runners taken out. 2-2 Mondii expertly avoiding the fanfare there. Really good. Did that little extra turn back to ensure, and he needed all of it. And JT getting the early P-speed in the fort. Will Mondii follow? It's looking good on Mondi's side. Mondii also following. Not the easiest thing to do, but both runners getting it into the pipe without issue there. It's always the worst when you do the hard part and then you miss the pipe. And JT in the door at 285. We should be seeing a 280 level end here on his side. And Mondii having a little trouble jumping over there. Will lose a little bit of time here, 278. So JT extending the lead a bit. Is going to get to avoid the music box as well. It does move up versus into him and force him to fight it. Mondii also going to skip it. So both runners kind of in the same situation here. And we're going to see Green Rocket coming out from JT. Expertly done, and Mondii soon to follow. Either runner really given an inch here, about the same difference in time between the two throughout this world so far. Moving in the sand stage, probably not going to see a lot change here. This is one of the easiest stages in the run. Although there are a few things that could go wrong, you know, you could forget about Mr. Tornado there, or, you know, jump in one of the earlier stage enemies, but really once they get past that, the sun's not much of an issue if you jump in the same spots, so. And the hammer coming over for JT, which is really nice to see. Gets a stomp there versus a fire kill. Didn't really matter because you gotta have to wait for the boomerang anyway. And Mondii also picking up at the same time, so very similar RNG here in World 2. Both going to opt for 2-4, which is the scary of the two stages, and you can see why there. The Hammer Bro is providing a little bit of RNG, so a little miscue from JT, but he does recover nicely there, so Mondii will be able to pick up some time in this stage. And moving into the pyramid is JT. Mondii shortly there follows, does bump on the overworld map, unfortunately, on his way there, so losing, you know, a quarter to a third second there. And both runners using that beetle to perfection there, able to clear out some of these columns, and JT with the swag ending there. And Mondii with the old faithful there ending. Both runners with an excellent pyramid. And JT with a 756 on the castle, and Mondii with a 801, so about a 5-second difference between the two. Looks like JT over the course of the world extending the lead by a second there. And yeah, I think they got the same Hammer Bro movements as well prior. So we're going to be seeing the movement of one kill here on our friend Morton, which is a very consistent kill. For those of you that don't know, those kills are determined from the amount of time it takes you to exit the last stage to the time you enter the boss fight in the airship. So, you know, once that screen fade starts, the boss timer really begins. I mean, you could kind of think of it when you from well, no, it's actually before you gain control of Mario. So, because it does account for Hammer Bro movements as well, so you have to be, you know, well versed in how the boss pattern changes depending on how the Hammer Bros move after you complete stages, as well as, you know, what tile you move to the castle from. So, looks like JT did miss an opening shot there, kind of got caught on the... Oh, and Mondii with a bit of a miscue there, gonna have to go for the stomped kill. Will not be that big of a deal at the end of the day. There is a nice Fire Flower to obtain in 3-1, but is gonna fall a bit further behind JT here. I think it was either a 919 or 920 out of the world here, which is kind of a incredible pace. Because Mondii, even with the damage, was still a 929, which is a very, very good pace out of world 2. And JT going up top, looked like he... Did he get caught up a bit there? That was kind of strange. And that does remind me, let me switch to JT because he is ahead. Just been slacking a bit on the audio switches, but as you can see, Mondii able to grab that backup Fire Flower there. Is one of the best in the game because it's kind of in your way there and you can keep the P speed. JT picking up 3-2 P speed. And looks like he's gonna have a fine time through the level here. Will Mondii follow? The build looks good, and he does get it as well. Will his jumps to the fish be good? And yes. Well done. Good on Mondi's side. JT already in the 3-3. Mondii getting a nice fast rebuild at the end of the stage. And we're going to see a bunch of medium jumps here, all the way to the end. Into the pipe. Looks like he might have touched there. Yeah, he lost the P speed, so going to lose about 2/3 of a second there, unfortunately. It's one of those weird things that you don't think is much of a big deal, but yeah, just with the way the end of the stage is shaped, you end up losing more time than you'd think. And we're seeing door 6 from JT, which makes sense. He's on a really good pace right now. You know, ahead of my PB by probably 5 seconds or so at this point. So, just to give you an idea of how good the run is going to ensure that he doesn't get runaway bro here. So he's going to play 3-4 first, heads up play, because the bro is 1 square away. Mondii not going to do the same, so could be a bit of a mistake from Mondii here if the bro does move up. And it moves down, so Mondii is safe, and it's going to allow him to pick up some time, and you can see on JT's side, completing that stage, the bro moves up, so, you know, could have potentially ran away for him there. Is going to prevent that from occurring. Unfortunately for him, is going to have to do the extra double screen scroll. So yeah, this will lose quite a bit of time for JT here. He does have a pretty decent lead, though. Looking like about a 12:54 on the A press on 5-8s and 13:02 for Mondii, so about an 8-second lead here. Mondii closing the gap a bit. I think it was about a 10-second gap or so. Oh, and he's doing the missing the pipe at the end of 3-8. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You know, if I hit that, I might be ahead of Bagler's PB, but I'm not, so kind of pathetic. All right, moving into 3-9 here. Are we going to see an H? And we do. We see one H. Are we going to see a second H? And we do. So yeah, for the most part, really, really nice World 3s from these runners. JT with a couple miscues there. well, really just the one miscue, I guess. And the one, like, that's not really at the end of 3-3. And getting some unlucky bros. Mondii, as a result, able to catch up a bit here. And looks to be about a 6-second difference between the two as they hit the castle. So entering the world, it was about a 10-second difference between the two, but Mondii also had to regrab fire in 3-1, so, you know, as a result of that, it was probably more like 12 or 13, and able to close the gap here through some excellent play as well as some fortunate RNG. And the nice thing here, both runners having fire going into the World 3 airship. Gonna have a real comfortable time here with Wendy. Fire killing versus stomping. Wendy pretty much does the same thing every time with, you know, a few small differences, but they don't really matter in terms of how you execute. Yeah, for those of you unaware, and if you've never done the Wendy fight, as you stomp her, she will start to fill the arena with these rings that you see at the beginning here. Oh, JT having some trouble in... And it gets scary from the... Oh, man. Just... Oh, man. It is... Oh, gosh. Okay. He's out. And Mondii taking the lead as a result of the miscues in the Wendy fight, so... The unfortunate side effect for going for the aggressive kill there on Wendy is, you know, you lose out on the comfortable kill, and when things started to go south, he had a bit of trouble, you know, recollecting himself on that one. Yeah, thank goodness he did not die there, because then he would have to play the entire stage all over again, and he could have played additional stages depending on where it moved to. So yeah, that would have been a huge turn. It already was a huge turn, but it could have been bigger. Meanwhile, we will switch back to Mondii, who has taken a lead here. JT will have the opportunity in this world to re-grab his power-ups here. Going to use the shell strat here. Unfortunately, don't think he got enough out of the waterfall to jump up there. So we'll see what his backups are here and how comfortable he is navigating the world small. Not a situation people find themselves into at this level very often. So I anticipate probably going to re-grab a mushroom here. No, he's going to forgo the mushroom grab. Okay. So he is going to play 4-3 small. We'll see how familiar he is with that, or even if he's familiar with it, how comfortable is he doing it on the fly, having probably not planned to do this. Meanwhile, Mondii gonna get to play 4-3 in a very comfortable manner, having the Fire Flower still, getting the P speed at the beginning section, gonna maintain this all the way throughout. JT does pick up his Cloud. I know it looked like Mondi's had been moving away a bit. JT still not out of the woods yet here with the Hammer Bros. Looks like the Star has decided to move over towards him. And looks like Mondi's good in terms of how that bro moved there, so very nice. And JT was ready for the small 4-3, so it's looking like he's gonna re-grab that mushroom in 4-6 here. Mondii not getting the P-speed in the top section of 4-3. JT getting a stroke of luck there, that bro moving out of the way. That was a very nice movement for him. And he gets the P-speed as well, so he should be very comfortable here with the jump. He is not going to get the super swim, so is he ready for this in 4-4? Is going to have to try to avoid that right there. Very, very well done. And looking like Mondi's safe on his screen. That bro is at the end of the world here, but it is going to move out of his way once he completes the fortress. And JT in the same situation, same bros here. So both are going to be safe, you know, assuming no deaths. I believe JT is probably going to re-grab the mushroom. Yes, and then grab the star maybe. Yeah, beautiful. It's good backup. Having a little bit of trouble there, but should be fine. Meanwhile, Mondii making his way in the fortress, getting the early P speed. Looking like he's going to maintain it through the end. Does the side jump off of the dry bones into the boom boom fight. We saw Teeks take damage here earlier with the aggressive kill, but Mondii getting the kill in time. JT going to be able to re-pick up his Fire Flower in the stage, so I think we're going to see no P speed here. And Mondii already into the castle. Looked like he also got a movement of 1 at the end there, so some real fortunate movement at the end as well. Could have got a movement of 2. Which, you know, isn't the end of the world, but the movement of 1 pattern on the boss is quite a bit easier. Oh, he did get movement of 2. I thought he got 1. Okay. JT getting movement of 1 here is able to use the screen scroll there to skip the hammer, bro. How that works is on a screen transition, you have a single frame after that screen transition occurs to move off the hammer, bro, which will allow you to skip it. Now, the good news for our runners is that if you just hold the direction on the D-pad, it'll actually buffer move during the screen transition, so you always move on the first frame. And Mondii doing the correct thing here and gets an excellent alignment. As a result, that is a perfect alignment, so the race is over. Mondii has won, let's call it. Unless JT can match it here. JT not going to go for it. Very controversial decision here. I guess he didn't realize that the race was already decided. So he gets an F minus there versus Mondii's A+. Alright. So yeah, this is a great time to go get a beverage, guys. This airship is over 2 minutes long. It's you know, the size of a normal airship. It just moves at half the speed. Well, actually, it's a bit smaller than a normal airship, actually. But Mondii in the fight here. How comfortable is he with the movement of 2? And he wasn't ready for that quick jump up. Yeah, that guy comes at you fast. You gotta really be ready for that pattern. I'm thinking we're seeing some P-Wing action, at least from Mondii's side. JT may just go for it as well. I know he does watch the race, so it's going to be an interesting decision coming out here from him. Does get the more comfortable fight here and does a great job of it. So he's got some decisions to make here in terms of what he's going to do in World 5. All right, looks like the letter was about 22-24 for Mondii, so we'll get a good look at the lead here once it goes that for JT. But as predicted, Mondii immediately P-winging 5-1. So, you know, any 7.6 clip fans. So yeah, about a 20-second lead it looks like for Mondii. And yeah, JT, no hesitation. No hesitation. It's like, I need to skip this hammer, bro. He knows the race situation. He's about a hand behind right now. He does... Ideally, you do want to catch up a bit here. Well done from Mondii there with the damage boost. JT as well shortly to follow here. Is he going to get the P speed? He does. And yeah, really interesting way of doing that. Alright, no death in 5F1 for Mondii. I guarantee you this is one of the levels in the run that it's on your mind when you enter it. I assure you. That opening fire pit, you know, isn't much of a challenge, but if you make any mistake there, it's certain death, so... JT keeping the P speed all the way through there, doing the extra jump in order to do it as well. And also gets the frame perfect jump in the last room, so... It's a 284. Mondii moving into the tower here, unfortunately missing the pipe there at the end, so a bit of an opportunity here for JT. Looks like JT made a slight mistake there not music boxing prior to the fortress, so he did get a movement afterwards. But we'll be able to pick up some time here if he's able to keep the P speed through the stage, because Mondii unfortunately losing it in really the worst spot you can in this stage. Gets out on a 277, so not too much loss there. And into 5-4, which, you know, also jumping off of that flipper that scares the crap out of me whenever I see people do it. And gets the frame perfect jump out of the pipe, so really nice 5-4 from Mondii. Alright. Alright, looking good. No dropped A presses, so I think we're good to go here for both runners. And, oh, Mondii missed timing that jump at the beginning of 5-5 a little bit. Unfortunately taking some damage there, so another opportunity here for JT to catch up some time if he's able to get that early P speed. And I believe that block bump was intentional from Mondii. He did want that leaf. Oh, and JT not getting a jump there, pressing the A button too lightly. So both runners kind of making the same mistake here in 5-5. Oh! JT taking some damage. Will end up having to use a star in 5-7 here. Mondii, meanwhile, damage boosting in 5-7, able to pick up the Fire Flower and keep the P speed. He was prepared for this. Is on an 88 at the coin count, but has good points, so... And it's going to change, obviously, at the end of the stage, so... both runners should be out of the woods in terms of coin chips. JT using the star, backup strat here. He did not have the leaf, doing a great job there. Meanwhile, Mondii picking up the music box prior to the fortress. Feels good, man. And JT gonna do the same, although it gave him a movement of 3 as a parting gift. And Mondii getting our best friend there to spawn at the end of the fortress, which is seemingly entirely random. And we'll see if JT can make up some time here by avoiding the dry bones. Does avoid the dry bones straight into the pipe, so he is going to pick up some more time. And Mondii doing the randomizer 5-8 here. Randomizer special there, very nice. And we'll see what it looks like for Mondii in terms of movements. Does get a movement of 1. Should be good here for a fire kill if he wants to. See if JT gets the same. JT looking like a movement of 2 there, so he's gonna have to do some manipulation. Yeah, looking like about a 20-second difference between the two still here. And JT getting the poop block, so that, you know, it's at least a half valid run. I missed if Mondii got it. That is important to note. Guys, let me know in chat, did Mondii get the poop block? Because run is then invalid if he did not. Yes, Mondii ready for the movement of 1 kill. is gonna be able to pick up some additional time here on JT. JT gonna have to manipulate a boss pattern, so we'll have to delay a bit at the end of the stage here. See the delay there. Yep, beautiful pattern. Did almost move into the launch shot there. But picking up the kill. So I'm thinking it's about probably a 21-22 second deficit at this point. So yeah, 29-34 on the Hammer Bro entry here for Mondii. Into the fortress with the Fire Flower. Yeah, looking like a 22-second deficit. Is damage boosting his way to victory. Gonna grab the star here. Any up pressers at the door, and does get the up press. No problem with the kill. The 279, easy and free every time. Does have 99 coins, but has a good point value. Ooh, that was, man, when people do that in this level, it scares me. Mondii should get P-Speed here. Oh, got unlucky with the sub-pixel. Very unfortunate. That was first frame on the A-press for sure, and apparently he needed second frame. Very unlucky there. Could have picked up an extra second and a half. This is kind of a... And JT might be good here as well. JT does pick it up, so he is going to pick up a second and a half, which he direly needs here, being over a hand behind Mondii. And Mondii doing the squirrel kick here, so JT with the potential to pick up some additional time here. Oh, does struggle a bit with the P-Wing equip. See what the difference is here. It was 31-21 on Mondi's side. Card grab. Oh, JT making a mistake there. Cardinal Sin landing on the block, so... Already knew, just based on the lag he got, he needed to grab the shell. And here we go from Mondii here, some flight, keeping the P-Speed all the way through. While JT picking up the cloud here. And not gonna skip the star. Really not what he wanted to see here. So it's gonna allow Mondii to extend that lead a bit, because he was able to skip the star. When it rains, it pours. So yeah, unfortunately for JT, he has been trying to play catch-up for most of the race here since the World 3 airship. And that's not been helping him out. Mondii gonna wall jump here. There is this, as well as 7-6 left to play, and I swear, I'm curious why people do the block rub at the beginning of the stage. I swear I have never, ever seen someone get the pixel after doing that block rub. But does get its second try, so it is at least as fast as doing 610, if not slightly faster there. And JT also not getting it on the first try. Did have a shot there on the second. Does get it third try. So, again, Mondii gonna extend the lead a little bit. Mondii on his way to the airship at 33.55. Definitely was able to extend the lead a bit here in World 6 by nature of the Hammer Bro as well as the miscue there in 6.5. And a little bit of time picked up on the wall jump too. So yeah, looking like a 33-second difference between the two right now. So Mondii with a pretty solid lead. Not sure if he's watching or not, whether or not that'll affect what he's doing here. Does get the wall jump there. Not really sure why he went back for a second helping, but you know, when you have a 33-second lead, yeah, it's time to mess around, I guess. And we'll see what sort of manipulation both runners are going to do here. I'm kind of disappointed in the tournament so far. Have not seen a lot of first try 7-1s in the races where I've done commentary for. Chuck getting it last night, unmanipulated. So, you know, come on, guys, you're letting us down here. We've got all these new strats and technologies, and dropping the ball a bit. But we got a shot here. We got a shot. Looked like Mondii going for a left movement there, I think, for the standing. JT trying to do the same, having some trouble. Does get a right movement at the end. We'll have to go for a duck, probably. Okay, he's doing the rub. Yeah, I thought he had moved left, so streak kind of continues here to an extent. Come on, Warpless runners. Work on the 7-1 clip. Oh no! Mondii entering the door. This is a huge problem. Is gonna have to play the stage now. This probably is gonna turn the race here. If JT can make it out, is kind of in the same position. No up presses is what he's hoping for here. Having some trouble with the clip, so thankfully for Mondii, even if you know, JT gets it now, he's still within hands range. Oh my goodness, JT having some problems here, and does finally get it, so JT will take, or no, it's gonna be tied. Wow. And we have a tie. Okay, fair enough. It's like, yeah, it was almost tied to the frame. I think Mondii, yeah, having a slight lead still here. Might have been a movement thing, but JT, okay, entering 7-2, gonna go for fast 7-2. Will allow him to take the lead here if he's able to get it. Looking good with the build, and does get it. So JT, by the nature of the slightly better 7-1, and oh, having some trouble at the end here, but so does Mondii taking damage too. I don't know what's going on here. So many things happening at the same time, but JT ending up with a slight lead out of the stage. Just like that, things can turn on a dime. But still okay for Mondii. 9 times out of 10 when you enter the door on 7-1, even with the lead he had, the race is over. So thankfully for Mondii, JT having some trouble getting the clip as well. And he's still in pretty good shape here, to be honest. Again, we're playing Super Mario Brothers 3 Warpless, okay? We're playing Warpless here, alright? So we're gambling, you know? We're gonna go in the World 8, we're gonna see what the hands do, and then that's gonna decide things. Mondii did enter the door in 7-1, and unfortunately for Mondii here, also gonna have to clip in 7-6, so you know, hopefully has the old up press under control now. JT looked like his manip was good there. Mondii, it's hard for me to tell. He did move right, but I don't know how big of a movement that was. But JT should have a good sub-pixel here. Oh, he didn't. Wow, and Mondii actually did. Okay, so JT moving too far right. Mondii now taking the lead back ever so slightly. All right, so, you know, at least one of the runners didn't let me down in 7-6. Guys, work on your manipulations. Come on now. All right, equipping the star in 7-8. We're going to be seeing some... Well, I know JT, I think, is going for some hammer suit here. Mondii is going to take the pipe as well. Thinking, going to pick up the hammer suit, sure enough. And JT keeping that P speed at the end there, and is going to pick up a little bit of time at the end of 7-8. Thinking we're seeing music box in the cloud for both of them here. Alright, JT going to use his music box after the fort, which I think is a good strategy in a race. You know, just in case you died in the fortress. And, oh, having some trouble there through the tunnel of love. But, oh no! Oh, he slid off the pipe. He missed the A press. Oh, what a disaster. Yeah, he's gonna go for the clips here to try to catch up some time. Has to avoid the damage there, and does. But yeah, not ready for the mistake in 7F2, unfortunately, for JT. Yeah, Mondii is securely in the driver's seat. There's a lot of race left, guys. Obviously, we can't have any deaths in this airship here. That would turn things instantly as well. Oh, JT just having trouble with the tunnel of love today. Just not really his best race here. It's kind of been a bit out of sorts since the Wendy fight. Really came into this one playing aggressive, and unfortunately, it hasn't paid off so far. Yeah, JT will be able to pick up Fireflower here in the airship. Both runners going to have to play the entirety of World 8 because they both did Cloud 7-9. Unfortunately for JT, as a result of death, ended up having to play it. And a nice, safe Ludwig kill coming out for Mondii there. 43.08 on the wand grab. So, very nearly a 2-minute lead going to be coming out for Mondii here. Alright, and now we're in the zone of not a whole lot of gameplay for a while here. Outside of these auto-scrollers, so... Yeah, alright chat, what's your favorite part of this auto-scroller? Let me know. This auto-scroller meaning the tank. Which part of the tank do you love, huh? Which is the best part of the tank? Tell me the exact screen. The end? The part where it ends. Alright, we got some wise guys in the chat, I see. The lag? I don't think that's, I guess it's technically a feature. The parts where you feed the bombs, the rocky wrenches. Oh, and JT taking some damage on Ludwig here. Did look like he maybe went for a fire kill. Alright, he's out of there. So yeah, it looks like just a hair under a minute 40 lead, so... You know, if Mondii gets 3 hands and dies in Bowser's Castle, JT's gonna win the race. If he gets no hands. The giant cannon part. I mean, that is kind of the end, yeah. I like that you can kill the giant cannonballs with the hammer suit, that's kind of fun. And sadly, it was not even a rangless pattern there, it was like a forward movement with a fast throw. An Air Force death after no hands into all 3 hands. That probably would turn the tide as well, yeah. But it depends on where it happened on the Air Force too. Like if it happened at the beginning, then that actually wouldn't change it either. So, alright chat, what is the water in the Navy made out of? We need to answer this question. There's been many proposals in the past, but I know we have some scientists in chat, so what is it? Chocolate milk. Whiskey. I see. Kurja, I see. I see. Sludge, Goombas. Goombas, that one, that's a little morbid. Coffee, it's a sewer. Alright, going with Kurja's answer, I see. The blood of Bowser's enemies, yes. I believe that one is the correct answer. Yeah. Diarrhea. Oh man. Mondii picking up hand 2 here. It is really the easiest of the hands, but we have seen some dropped A presses here in the past. I've had it happen. That's why I do it in a very particular way now. And JT using the flight there to pick up the fire flower, so some nice, no wrong warp strats. Tomato bisque. I mean, that sounds delicious. Mondii did actually kind of like fall off that flamethrower a little weird. It did make me nervous. Beer. I guess there are some beers that look like this, yeah, that's fair. Just toss in a grilled cheese, yeah, I mean... Can we have Gouda? Like, a grilled cheese, but Gouda? Then I'm in, got me. Alright. Mondii out of the Air Force here. Again, still in the driver's seat. JT haven't crossed the hands yet. And also play the Air Force. Is going to equip the star for safety. Wants to maintain this hammer suit to Bowser. Has invested quite a bit of time and effort into it, so does want to keep it to the end. Meanwhile, JT getting hand 2. So he skips hand 3, looking like the same hands here for both. Does. So he needs a lot of help. Mondii looking like he's not going to give it. Really great 8-2 here from Mondii. Gets the Sun Snipe. Jump into the note block. Keeps the P-Speed up the hill. He's into the goal. Does not have a star for the fort, but will not be a big deal. We'll just, yeah, take that a little carefully, and then everything else kind of lines up here in this room. Is going to go for the P-Speed there, it looked like, which... Oh my goodness! Missed the up press on the door. Slight opening for JT here, but not enough. He's going to need probably a Bowser's Castle death on top of it. And I'm not even sure that's enough. He took that door real slow. Listen. Oh, JT taking the death in 8-1. Wow. Just some weird races that, the last couple of days that I've been in on. Just kind of some uncharacteristic things coming out from everybody. So yeah, Mondii still with the commanding lead here. Still on a 53 pace despite the death too. Listen, that death in the fortress, I have made that one many times. There's a reason I turned back for that door. I don't know why, that door just, it feels like you just don't get the same amount of time to press up there as you do other ones. Yeah, JT was able on a second go-around in 8-1 to pick up the fire, and is doing the starless fort strat there, skipping the first waffle. Is going to go for the P-Speed, looks like, as well. Does not get it. Doesn't miss the door. Good news for Mondii here is, despite the death, I think he'd have to die in Bowser's Castle twice. Now, if he died once, he would be kind of at risk of doing that because he doesn't have any more power-ups. He just has the whistle in the inventory. Looking good so far. Second stair rub. Smart person. Alright, looking good. Gets the P-Speed. Is past the third statue. On his way to Bowser. Even with the scam, he's in good shape here, so does not get scammed, so is gonna put up a low 53. So in the battle of undefeateds, kind of a dogfight here. Mondii coming out on top, moving to 4-0. And we'll see if Sakali can join him. I don't think that race has been played yet. Oh, Sakali must have won already, okay. I think that was this morning then. JT does get the clip there. His stream like lagged and then fast forwarded a bit. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Oh, kind of a weird room there from JT, but it worked. Wonder if he intentionally did that. JT also gonna finish up here. And I believe Mondii has joined the commentator's booth. Mondii, how are you doing?
Hello, hello. I'm doing pretty well.
Good, yeah. Yeah, how did things go from your perspective? GG's on the win, moving on to 4-0, and it has been confirmed we'll be playing Sakali as the only 2 undefeateds in round 5.
Oh, so Sakali won.
Sakali did win, so
Oh my god, that's nice.
all Finns all the time here in the 4-0. So
Yeah.
So I heard you're both from the same city. Are you gonna both,
Yeah.
you'll go to a LAN center,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would be nice.
And JT joined us as well. How you doing, JT?
Not too good. That's like the worst race I've done in about 2 years, probably.
Yeah. A bit of a dogfight there between you two. I know, there are probably some things Mondii wish he could have back as well.
Yeah, GG's to Mondii.
Yeah, GG's.
But yeah, kind of the big turn in that race. JT having a lead through most of the early going until the end of World 3 there, and then Wendy having other ideas. So
yeah, I bonked on the overworld map going there, so I didn't want to go for the aggressive kill. So I tried to go for the old kill, and like I don't know what happened, and then I got hit, and then I just tried not to die, and then 7-1 was terrible, but then I look over and I see he's playing the stage, so I'm like, okay, I may have a chance. And then 7F2, don't know what happened there, but after that I just had to accept that it was over and he was going to win the race. So
yeah,
play with that in really crappy mindset. Karua came back in 8-1, gonna have to go through 10 years of therapy, and yeah.
Yeah, Mondii, what were you thinking when you entered 7-1? Were you like, oh man, it's over, or?
I just tried to forget that even happened and just do my best for the rest of the run. But,
you recovered nicely from that.
Yeah, it was. I have practiced it.
Yeah, that was good. JT had some trouble getting the clip anyway, so you actually exited the stage and you were like even to the frame almost. So
yeah,
nice.
I got sub-pixelated on a lot of those jumps. So I was pretty annoyed after that, and then I look over and he's playing the stage, so it gave me a little bit of something like can't be that bad.
In World 8, Mondii, you had the lava bath in 8 for it. The old he pressed up on the door and didn't go in the door.
Yeah, that was just a slip up, and those things happen sometimes, but wish it didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, considering you died in 8 for it and you had to play 7-1, I mean, you still got a low 53, so
yeah,
you gotta feel
very impressive.
pretty good. Yeah, for the most part on how things went. And what are your thoughts on that upcoming matchup? This is the one matchup we know is going to happen in Mondii and Sakali.
That's crazy that this tournament has got to this point that we are playing against each others in finals. That's just crazy, and we have the Finnish championship tournament also, and there we didn't play against each other in finals. It was like a thing that we would play in finals, but now it finally happens.
Yeah, and JT, I know you're disappointed with the result, but I mean, for the most part, this tournament, I'd say coming in, you're maybe the best player so far. Even though you're sitting there at 3-1. I mean, how do you feel going into the next round?
I don't know. I was really hoping. I didn't know how it was gonna go throughout, and made it to this point. Really think I could pull it out with a win in the tournament. That's not gonna happen. Gonna try and have a fun race next week, but definitely very disappointed with how I played today. But
I mean, third place still up for grabs, right? It's tough. It's tough to get top 3 in Warpless. I talked about it last night. I mean, you're in the Mushroom Kingdom Casino. It doesn't really matter how you play necessarily. So, so I mean, you've played great throughout the tournament. You improved your PB, moving into the top 15. It just is what it is. It happens. And for Mondii, I'm not sure a lot of people would have had you in the finals, Mondii. You're kind of the giant slayer here. Teeks and JT in back-to-back rounds, both of them playing great, but Mondii taking them out.
Yeah. Both of these races, like this and versus Teeks, I don't know if I believed in my win, but they both happened, and I'm pretty proud of myself that I really did it.
I mean, you've got a mid 51 as your PB, and what I tell people all the time, I mean, if you can run 52s, 53s, I mean, you could win the tournament in the right circumstances, and you're going to win a lot of games regardless. So, some really good consistent play coming from you. With that being said, any final thoughts from either of you?
GG's, Mondii. It was a good race. Great gameplay from you. And good luck in the finals. Try and bring it home.
Thank you, jtknott. And thanks everyone for hosting this race, and Haxor for I lost the word.
I was the guy
commentating. Thanks for commentating. Yeah. And excited for the finals against Sakali.
Yeah, well, GG's once again, and good luck moving forward. That being said, we don't have all of our matchups set yet. We do have some more races yet to come here. I believe Muta Shadow and Disaster Caddy has just started on SpeedGaming 4, is about to start, because it seems like the Sakali and Spicy race did end early there, so I'm assuming that one's going. And that is on SpeedGaming 4. After this race, in about 40 minutes, we also have Ice Ball versus Demon Battler. And our final race of this round is Neo Shazam versus Matepe tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So with all that being said, everybody has a great rest of your day, and thanks to SpeedGaming and our runners again for putting on a great show for us.
Thank you guys.